Hi, and welcome back to the FreeFormKnits YouTube channel. This video is going to be a crochet along with me video, and I'm very excited for it because it is going to motivate me to reach a goal of mine. So if you follow me on my podcast, I've talked about this goal. I want to crochet this year at least 12 toys from this book. This is a book, Unicorns, Dragons, and More Fantasy Amigurumi. I got it off of the Knitpicks website. It's this beautiful crochet amigurumi book, and it's got these 12 characters in it. I love doing crochet amigurumi. I like to do it in worsted weight just because I don't like crocheting with finger weight yarn. I don't know why. I just don't do it often. But I want to make at least 12 of these plushies this year. I got this book in November of last year and started this plushie, and I haven't finished it, which is crazy because I really want to make it. So this vlog is going to be me finishing this plushie right here. This is Nessie, and I'm going to be finishing her. And I thought I'd take you along with me to kind of hold me accountable. So I'm not starting from the beginning. I have crocheted a bit of Nessie. I have done her head. You can see, super fun. It's super easy. I think she's listed in this book. They label their patterns like which ones are easy and like just difficulty level. I think she's one of the, oh actually maybe not. She's really easy to do. Crochet amigurumi is easy to do. It's just you have to just follow your pattern, where to put your increases and decreases to get this fun shaping. She's a 3 on the skill level, so she's not a beginner pattern, but she is, like I said, it's pretty easy. I mean, basic amigurumi, increases, decreases, you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. And you have to follow the pattern. Nessie does have a lot of intricate little, not intricate, but little details. I've done some of them. I've done, like, these go on her face, like as a, I don't know what to call them, but they'll go like that, have all these little pieces. And I have half of her body. And I have the next skein of yarn to finish her body because I'm doing this in worsted weight. It's turning out really big, and it's going to be such a cool plushie size because I'm doing it in worsted weight with a bigger yarn, bigger hook. I am using a 4.5mm hook. I always thought it was a 4. It's a 4.5mm hook for my crochet amigurumi, and just worsted weight yarn, acrylic yarn. This one is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. I love this yarn. I have this white and black because I don't know if I want to throw some contrast in here, like I did this in the white for some contrast. I don't know. So I have those in here. I have some stitch markers, snips. Everything I need to complete Nessie has been sitting in this little basket I have here for weeks on end. And it's time to finally finish her. And that is going to be the goal of this video. So let's get crocheting. It is the next day. I did crochet quite a bit. You saw in the last clip yesterday. I finished Nessie's body and her neck. It's kind of weird, like I keep having to reattach in the pattern for the neck, like just the way they do it. I don't know. It's all part of the shaping magic of amigurumi. But I do have to sew these pieces together. Look at this. It's so cool. I have to stuff this, and so we can really see and appreciate the beauty of how big this stuffed animal is going to be. But her head and this, I did, like I said, I finished this half of her body. I had to pick up and do a little bit more here for her neck. And so this body is done. So part of, I think, I love amigurumi, but I do always get a little overwhelmed looking at amigurumi patterns, because while they're so simple, like it's like I said, it's increases and decreases and single crochet for a majority of amigurumi patterns. It can be a little daunting to look at. I don't want to show the pattern in the book, but I kind of want to illustrate what I mean. I'm going to hold it way back here. It's a lot of text, and I'm not. Part of why I call myself the freeform knitter is that for many years I didn't follow any patterns in my knitting and crocheting journey because I didn't have access to them. So I just made things up, and that kind of made me a bit of a lazy pattern reader. When I did get access to patterns, like I don't know, I can't really describe it. Like it's just a little overwhelming looking at these blocks of text and trying to follow them carefully and see what they're talking about. So how I like to break down amigurumi patterns is I will do one or two things. If it's a smaller plushie, I will just follow it beginning to end. Like I will like, especially following patterns online, I will, you know, if you follow amigurumi patterns, then you know, like it'll have, like, this is the head, and it'll have this block of text, and then I'll have, you know, the next label for the next part. I will just follow one at a time, usually stopping my screen so I can't look down, and just break it down in parts. If it's a bigger plushie with a lot of little pieces like this one, I will do the big pieces first, the head, the body, so that I can see I'm making progress. And I actually broke it down for myself last night, because it feels like there's a lot of pages and like I have a lot of things to do. I actually don't. What I have left to do are the flippers, her tail, there were 4 things, her ears, and her spots. She has these, let me find a picture, these spots on her back, if you can see. And those are the 4 things I have to do. And it's a lot of little pieces and getting the contrast and just how it looks in a pattern form, but it's actually not a lot of crocheting. And so breaking that down for me kind of let me know that I've made more progress on her than I thought I had. So I did her spots. I did all the spots. They're just these little crochet circles. Super pretty. I decided I'm going to use just white for her contrast instead of the black, because I think that'll just kind of brighten her up a little, you know? So I did those. So all I have left to do are her ears, her flippers, and her tail. Her tail is very interesting. Because how it curves, let me show you on the back. How it curves, I guess there are like 3 different parts to do and different starting points to kind of make it have that shape naturally without actually having to bend it like I've had to do with some other amigurumi patterns. So I've made more progress than I think I have. And let's see how much more progress I can make today. I don't even know when the last clip of this little makeup on vlog happened. When I did the intro part of this, I plan to have Nessie done within 2 days. At the very latest, by the end of that week. I don't even know how long it's been. In my defense, it hasn't completely been my fault. There were some things that came up, some things that had to be taken care of. There were a couple nights where I actually physically couldn't crochet on it. Yeah, it's just been a long haul, but I am happy to say that it is time. That it is finally done. She's done. So, she looks a little bit different than the picture because is it something made by me if I haven't hacked it in some way? And most of these hacks, to be fair, are because of laziness and because I was just done. She has been in a work in progress since I think November of last year. It's now February, close to March. She needed to be done. I needed her to be done. So, first of all, it's no fault of the pattern. I love the pattern, I love the book, I love the construction. She was so much fun to make. It just was bad timing for me. So I took a few shortcuts. The first shortcut I did was, what was the first shortcut? So I did, these are supposed to be, if maybe I can insert some pictures, these are supposed to be like the flap parts. She's supposed to have like almost like an arm that connects to it to be like her flipper. I did not do that because I was done. So I had done these first and I just sewed them on. Had I known I was going to do this, I probably would have done them in blue, but I don't care. I can always fix this later if I just get some motivation to do it. But for now, they're fine. I just sewed them on as little flippers. Her tail, which was really fun. It's like you have to do 3 different pieces for this, like how you crochet it to get this loop. It was really fun. She's supposed to have like a point on her tail. I literally just did a tube and stitched it down. Basically the same effect in my own lazy way. And then her face is missing eyes. I have some sticky felt that I'm going to cut out and make it look like she has eyes. Because in the pattern they have like these special beads and I wouldn't even know where to get those. I probably could find them, but I have the sticky felt, so I'm going to stick with that. And I still have the markers on from where I'm going to put those. And her ears I also hacked. I literally just did like crochet half circles for her ears. And called it a day. She is, like I suspected, huge. I love it. She kind of looks like a swan right now because of her flippers. They kind of look like wings. And just the way she's positioned, like they have her head turned slightly. That's how it's supposed to be. But I'll put some eyes on her and give her back her little sea monster look. I love her so much. I probably could have, I tried to be very careful stuffing the neck because that's the problem I have with crochet amigurumi. I always, when it comes to the neck, it gets a little floppy because I don't stuff it enough or I don't sew it down strong enough. I think I could have stuffed it more. She's a little wobbly, but that's okay. And yeah, I am really happy with her. I mean, all in all, like I said, I can easily finish her the proper way if I choose to do so, but I need to move on. She needs to move on with her stuffed animal life. I just love her so much. I just keep like, such a great stuffed animal. I don't know, I just love it. I love it so much. Not very tiny. I think Amigurumi is supposed to be tiny. I think that's what the name implies, but that's okay. She's a big sea monster. So I'll be sure to put some pictures with her eyes when I do that. I should probably do that sooner rather than later, or this vlog could be much later than I want it to be. That is everything for this video. It's been a long one. Thank you so much for watching. If you could comment down below something you are working on, I would love to hear about it, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting!